a regular person. Put it to you that way. I do music for as a job. I meet people in this game that take it to the heart too much. It's only music, you know? And when you see people dying from this music and struggling from this music, it's only because they love it. But some people love it for a different reason. I love it because of shit like this. I love it because when I go to do shows, people walk up to me, whether if they say something about Artifacts or they say something about Elder Sensei. I know I got 2 lives in hip hop right now. I got a past life and I got a new life. So what I want them to know is that I don't take this for granted. I take heed to anything anybody say to me, whether it be criticism of my music or me. You know, I've grown as a person being in hip hop because that's all you can do, or you can let it destroy you. So, you know, everybody out there, if there's any question you want to ask me, I hope I answered most of them. But all in all, I'm a regular dude. If you ever meet me, you just know you ain't gonna have no rapper story from me where it's gonna be like, yo, dude's like really out of control. Like, no, I'm the cat that will sit in your house and smoke with you and watch a basketball game and a football game. We ain't talking about NFL football neither. So just know I'm as regular as they come. First piece of wax that I ever bought was, besides some breakbeat records, was Eric B. and Rakim Paid in Full. Then the same day I bought KRS-One album, Criminal Minded, Public Enemy, and I bought that week after that, the first album they had. You know, everybody pretty much then, I don't care if it was Ultramagnetic, KRS, I don't care if it was Craig G dropping Science, when them records was coming out, that was something where it was like, you know, wow, I want to do this too. But it was something that I felt like, you know, when you heard Rakim's voice, you never heard nothing like that before. It was different. And then when Big Daddy Kane, it was a style more than his voice. So, you know, these guys, KRS, you know, they were the first ones that pretty much put a blueprint for me of where I wanted my music to go, rather than listening to people today to make me change my mind from that. I can't do it. It's hard. I did everything, really. I was a b-boy first, and I saw Star Wars when I was like 12 years old. I was like, I want to do that. Being an MC, I always listened to hip hop, but I always said, what can I do? What can I contribute to the game? You know, as the years went on, I started recording demos and meeting different producers, and just gradually I got better with it, and I just decided, you know, this is something I really, really wanted to do. And that happened when I jumped on stage in high school, junior year, and people saw me with a flat top, gold chain on, silk shirt, Valley shoes. They like, who that, Big Daddy Kane? I'm like, nah, but you know, that was the influence I had back in the day. So I felt as though, you know, can I do this professionally? I don't know. And that's when me and Tane met, and just went off and we got the deal. Oh, well, we met through a crew of people that we was with, Boss Mob crew, my man Rhino CMZ. I was going over there making demos at his crib. I already knew about Tame as far as just him doing graph, but then I found out he rhymed and he was playing me his songs, and I'm like, okay, well, damn, you know, let's hook it up. One day he happened to come there when I was there, did one song, and then boom, we was going. We just kept going, making demos, doing shows, battling cats, you know, going to the Rock Steady when they first had shows in New York. We doing all this stuff, and then went up to Stretch and Bobito one day, 89.9, 10 minutes we rocking, freestyling, and 2 days later we having a meeting up at Atlantic Records. It was new. It was like, you know, we were, besides Double X Posse, the only other hip hop group on Big Beat Atlantic at the time. And I think we didn't think about expectations because we were just like, oh, we got a deal, let's make an album. But once we started doing the album, and you got this person over here telling you to say this, and you got this person telling you to do that, da-da-da. So it's like, you know, that's when we started understanding it was more of a business than it was for us to be creative artists and make something that we think would stick on the wall. When you got people, you know, put their 2 cents ahead, this 2 cents ahead, the A&R here, this A&R. You know, it kind of starts going in a certain way. But I regret nothing. Repeat. I regret nothing that I did in this group. No matter what happened in the past, I will never regret that because it was something that I never, ever, ever, ever in my life thought I would do. I wouldn't think I would be here in Poland doing an interview with B3 Clothing. I didn't think I would be traveling the world just looking at history. Every time I go somewhere, I think about what I learned in school as far as history. And then when you get here, it's just like, okay, there's a moving book now. It's just something that I can go home and tell my kids with them when I get older from all of this stuff that I'm doing that I actually accomplished something. So from what I learned in Artifacts, I put in my solo career, and I'm here right now.